So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling. Towering header! It's a loose ball. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Space for him to turn and look. That has been knocked clear. That'll be a throw. Now that looks a decent ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Deftly away. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. They've played it short. Flings in across. And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. Shifted it to the flank. Looking to play him in. It's not an especially good pass, that. Now, what about a counter-attack? Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, dribbling is the obvious strength of this guy, Lucas Moura. He's very quick, has a low centre of gravity, and all the skill sets you'd expect from a Brazilian. He seems to love running at people as opposed to going beyond the defence. Something he could do a little more of.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. That has found him in acres of space. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's been taken short. Rafael Toloi. Antonio. That's a good ball out wide. Out for a throw. That is lovely. Out of play for a goal kick. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Cajeri, played out towards the right wing. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Neymar. Diaz. Diaz will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to get it clear, opts to play it back. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Diaz! Oh, super goal! A finish of true class! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Maldini. Totti. Great vision. Great ball, and he's in here. Wendell. And it's Wendell. Now Marcos Antonio. And it's Kajeri. Distributed tidily. It's a really well-measured ball. And this is Lucas Moura. Here it is, crossed in. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Lucas Moura. And this is Lucas Moura. Marcos Antonio. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Lucas Moura. Esteval. Totti. Can he spark a counter here? Tries to play it through to Nilsson. Oh, he's been caught now. Real chance! Rafael Toloi tries to clear. Kajeri. Now it's Bruno Henrique.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
No, that's been intercepted. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The team separated by the tiniest of margins at the break.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
Away we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Beckenbauer. Bruno Henrique. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Shot could be... He's having a shot! And he's taking no chances there. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. Rafael Toloi. Lucas Moura. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Bruno Henrique. And that has been slung wide. Knocks it into space. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Being still separated by the game's only goal. And here's Totti.
That's a shame, because it was such a good decision.
Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Lucas Moura. Threads one in. Can he latch on to this? Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. And this is Lucas Moura.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, shooting chance!
Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
Wendell. Aims beyond the defence. He's in a great position here. Incoming delivery. Impressive jump. And yes, it's there! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
After 68 minutes.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Sao Paulo restore parity.
Sao Paulo really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have to be careful not to overstretch themselves and pay a price.
He's looking wide. And it's Wendell. Esteval. Looking for the run. He's had a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Substitution in progress.
Sao Paulo making further changes here, and in quick succession. Two fresh faces, and both in the front line.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
And it's Wendell. Wendell gets into a good position. Oh, sweet feet. And he can thump it away. Looking for options for movement.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Wendell. Pass is just off target. Totti. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he shapes to shoot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitution on the field. Number 27.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Kajeri coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Pete.
Totti! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
Totti has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
No, it's come to nothing. And that should get the job done. And it's been hooked away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Plays it across. Defending of the desperate variety.
3 minutes at a time.
Good ball, good take. Danielson.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Probing pass. Header! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. There's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Can he get it through?
Felipe Anderson, number 8.
Oh, such a clever touch. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive moment. Diaz voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might have been, but eventually we have a winner.
Well, I thought...
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
The Urbano Caldera, it really is a wonderful place to be. A ground-based, impressive jump! He will be livid with himself.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And it's played forward. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the...
Can he find the finish? And he should have made them pay.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That is ended up in no man's land.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Aims beyond the defence. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's having a shot! That is decidedly lacking. So it is still 0-0. Knocks it into space. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real chance! It's in! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He's on it, can he get away? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Esteval receives it in a wide position. Esteval. And he's there to belt it away. Knocks it out wide. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Good ball, good take. And it's played, and a header! Oh, crossbar! Nearly, but not quite.
He probably had a good view of it as well, Peter. Obviously, an inch or two lower, and that's in the back of the net.
Looking to play him in. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Played out to the left flank. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's neat. Hangs in across. That's going to go a long way. Nielsen is always looking to play quality balls.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Shot a goal! And it's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Nice control. He's under a lot of pressure there. Now, can they get him away? I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Diaz. Nielsen. Great vision. Great work on the overlap. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's picked it up out wide. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Neymar. Esteval. Incoming. Oh, good climb. That's a fair try, but just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
This looks promising. Looking tidy in possession here. And that into... And for the first half, that is that. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. Gets us going once more. Maldini. Now it's Diaz. That's destined for the flank. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
And again, they're pressing effectively.
That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And the shot's on here. It's a goal kick. Neymar is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Denilson. Totti. To Denilson. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
So what can they make of this? Nicely weighted ball. Now the cross. A real chance! And it's come back out to him. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Beckenbauer has it in a wide position. Esteval! Brilliant from Esteval! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. A case now of complete control. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass just didn't quite work. And that was very necessary. Bruno Henrique being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, it very much looks like this defence has learned from its errors now.
Arau. He's in plenty of space here. Quick look, thought about cutting inside. Driven in. And he's taking no chances there. Now it's Diaz. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Strokes it back.
That's good pressure, it gave him no other choice.
Gives it back.
He's got no choice here, he had to go backwards.
And that has been cleared. He is through here. Very nicely done. Played out to the left flank. That is lovely. Can he finish it?
Substituição no time do Santos.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 19, camisa 10.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Substituição em andamento.
He's in a great position here. And it's made its way to him. That has been knocked clear. Pinches it off him. Takes aim and crosses. And he's heaved it away.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Neymar. That has been slung wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Now this could be a chance. And he can thump it away. Santos have opted to make another change here.
Substituição no time do Santos. Camisa 19. Vai ser substituído pelo
And he
jogador.
stands tall,
Camisa
impenetrable.
37.
Ball's played through. Beckenbauer providing an outlet on that flank. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. And here's Neymar. Neymar. Bruno Henrique, whose purpose now is to complete a hat-trick. Now it's Totti. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And this is Neymar. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right.
The perfect tackle. He's been superb.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Totti. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Esteval gets into a good position. And we're done. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Bruno Henrique taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So bring it on. Fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Chance, surely! Oh, it's hit the post! That's going to go a long way. Decent chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. And he thumps it clear. Oh, nice touch. And he's there to clear it. De Bruyne crosses. And a header! And he's gone looking for safety. Played out wide. Silvestre. Quick look, then plays it in. And he's managed to get rid. McAllister, a player joining here, a pretty exclusive club. This game is the Torres! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
That has been knocked clear. Real chance! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's McBurney. He shifted it to the flank. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Bellumi. This is a promising build-up. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Torres. Now it's Palmer. Now it's De Bruyne. Rice really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Hull are a team known for their direct brand of football, so Jim, what are we looking for here?
Well, I think it depends on a couple of things, Peter. Firstly, whether they have a quality passer who can play those balls from a little deeper. And then secondly, you need someone up front to be able to hold on to it, be the link man. It can be very effective against teams that like to press high up the pitch.
Adams gets it away. Palmer. And it's De Bruyne. And it's McAllister. Timber. For Palmer. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to pass it through, and he's picked out the run. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, such a clever touch. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Good ball, good take. Nice physical challenge.
Fernando Torres.
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's a sharp pass. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's for chance! Goal! And there is your opener. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Minutes is number 9.
Hull are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He's a sharp little ball here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Ajayi. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
Down to business again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Rice. Palmer. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Ruben Dias. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Bellumi. Rice. And this is Torres. And it's Rice. And here's Palmer. That's a super give and go. Pass is coming off in quick succession. Takes a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. McBurney. And he's intervened well there. McAllister. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Bellumi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's made its way to him. And he shoots! And that should get the job done. Knocks it into space. He's played it long. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Palmer carries the ball down the right, and it's Palmer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not...
Torres! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now he's off and running. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision. Torres providing an outlet on that flank.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Hull can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Substitution in progress.
And here's De Bruyne. And that's gone loose. And that's aimed in. Oh, good effort! Against the crossbar. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
No, that was never going to make it. Fernando Torres, under intense pressure.
Listen, it's not nice and it's not clever, Peter, but it has to be done when he tries to make one of those telling runs.
Space for him to turn and look. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Oh, good spread. Timber. Plays it in low. Deftly away. Ruben Dias.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Palmer. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Palmer. Well, this could be it, past something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Now it's McBurney. And it's Palmer. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's McBurney. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. That is lovely. Now this could be a chance. Ruben Dias deals with that comfortably.
Hull really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
De Bruyne, and De Bruyne! And there goes their last chance. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think it's one of these games where both have plenty to think about.
I don't think it was by design the game ended this way. A listless loss
And we come to you
and
now with a
unconvincing
quick
win,
request for
depending on
support
which
for our
perspective you
World
want to look at
Charity
it from.
Fund.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We are just getting started. Well, it's a formation, this, Jim, with a packed midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, and it allows for a lot of flexibility, Peter. You know, combative without the ball, expansive with it.
There's the shot! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
West Ham are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Juve. Somerville. And Juve. Now it's Somerville. It's a promising position. Juve. Crosses it in. And he's there to clear it. Nicked it back promptly. Nicely weighted ball. Plays it in, and the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Silvestre. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Rodri. And it's Timber. McAllister. And it's De Bruyne. Looking tidy in possession here. Castellanos. And Bowen. Soucek. Walker-Peters.
West Ham really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel...
Palmer! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Oh, well measured. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Timber. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Timber is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Adams does well to get it back.
Castellanos really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Palmer, looking for the run. It's a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. Walker-Peters. And it's Souček. And here's Torres. And here's Palmer. Rodri. And it's Timber.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, played through for the wide man. Out of play for a goal kick. Ruben Dias opts for safety. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Here's Rodri. And this is Torres. Mavropanos wins the duel this time. Well, they could break here. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Souček. It's a really well-measured ball. Now, can they get him away? Mavropanos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Souček. Walker-Peters. Silvestre. Rice. And Silvestre. McAllister, and it's De Bruyne, and it's Palmer. Castellanos, and Walker-Peters. Knocks it out wide. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half.
Everyone, please welcome our players.
Away we go again.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Now it's Bowen. And here's Bowen. Socek. He's played it back. Somerville. Bowen distributed tidily. McAllister, and it's De Bruyne, and it's Palmer. Rice, and Sylvestre. Bowen. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Threads one in. Space for him to turn and look. Rodri. Timber is onto it. Terrific effort! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that is well cleared. Timber. Lovely bit of skill. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Now it's Castellanos. Timber. Good ball, good take. Disasi. Now Somerville. Socek. Can he get it through?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's found a way through. Now it's McAllister. Crosses it in. Cleared without hesitation. Some really good ball movement. It's a good spell of possession, this. Socek. Pressing high and with purpose. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's been played through. Somerville. Now it's Somerville. Charge, surely!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution on the field. Number 19. Coming on to replace him is number 32.
Sylvestre. McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
McAllister. That has been slung wide. He's found space here. Bowen. And it's Socek. Walker-Peters. Now it's Bowen. He was under real pressure there.
West Ham really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Bowen. Now it's Somerville. This looks promising. There's the shot! Oh, good finish! Do not write them off! Back they come! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
We're looking at a different game now.
West Ham really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Jude. Now it's Somerville. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Potts. Now it's Bowen. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Torres receives it in a good position here. Looking for options for movement. Juve with a... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Fernando Torres picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course. Although, if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this.
Please look at the screen for information on
quite
how
fair.
to find your way around this stadium.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling. Crosses it in. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That has ended up in no man's land. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Tries to pass it through. It's a threatening ball. And he can thump it away. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there.
That was a great ball that looked right on the money. Trying to get behind the defence is something that can work well here.
Gets a good foot in there. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Clipped into space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that is well cleared. And he was quick to react. Great vision. It's an early cross. That's a decent clearance. He's played it back.
He's got no choice here.
He's shooting! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
No goals as yet. Palmer. Iorfa. Chalobah. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to play him in. Has a look up and delivers. McAllister. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Very nearly half an hour gone here. Oh, that's well spotted. Palmer. Now that looks a decent ball. De Bruyne. Timber. Low. Chalobah. And it's Chalobah. And it's Chalobah. Played out to the left flank. Spread it left. Back where it came from. Tries to cross. Towering header! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Rodri. Rice. And here's Palmer. Now it's Torres. Played back. And here's De Bruyne. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Low. Timber. Now Ruben Diaz. Palmer. De Bruyne. Now it's Torres. Rodri. And here's De Bruyne.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Rodri. And here's Palmer. Spread out to the left. And Sylvestre. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's a key interception. That's it, 45 minutes up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides.
So we're off again.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
De Bruyne. And he shoots! Well, that is commitment to the cause. Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Low. Iorfa. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, there's a probing ball. Passes short and sharp. Over to the right flank. Goes for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Silvestre. De Bruyne. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. Opts for safety. Chalobah. Low. Chalobah. Low. Can he get onto this? Low. That's tidy. Now it's Chalobah.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Palmer. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. This is a promising build-up. Chalobah. Now, can they get him away? The less said about that pass, the better. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
McAllister. And it's Rice. And this is Torres. And it's Rice. Now it's Torres. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. Elects and a header! Oh, it's hit the post! And he's quick to get rid. Muscular approach does pay off here. Silvestre crosses it into the area.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Substitution in progress.
Not the most accurate pass. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's in a great position here. No, that's been intercepted. Extraordinarily, it is still goalless here. This was supposed to be a one-sided game. Fernando Torres. Now it's Palmer. He's picked his way through.
Palmer clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
And he's forced to go back. Iorfa. That's going wide left. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that's fabulous. Fernando Torres.
There will be one
Now it's
minute
Palmer.
at a time.
And it's Fernando Torres. Well, that's been cut out, well played. And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium. The capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. It's a searching pass. Oh, what a mistake! It's out of play for a goal kick. O'Reilly has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
He is someone, Peter, who rarely has a bad game, and that's because he just doesn't quit, doesn't know how to quit. His work rate is second to none, and that can make a big difference, especially when the opposition begin to flag.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ronaldinho, he's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Rui Costa gets flagged offside. Looking for the run. Zanetti gets over and intercepts. Mohamed Salah. And this is Mohamed Salah. And he... Oh, just a keeper now! He's been bundled over. That is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Substituição no time do Santos.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Rui Costa! Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Rui Costa finds himself offside. Nicely spread. Can he latch on to this? He's going to be disappointed with that. Good take, and is he in? Beckenbauer. Rui Costa. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Santos always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries to play it through. And it's hoisted clear. Salah. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Now it's Raul. Now that looks a decent ball. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, that's Trossard! Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, what about a counter-attack? Oh, super ball. And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well played, well sorted out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't...
He's in, must be! And the shot! He's delivered all right! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
So the first moment of real significance. Shot a goal! And that's a good finish. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me...
Oh, what has happened here? Carvajal can clear it away. Carvajal gets across to intercept that. Trossard tries to pass it through. Oh, he's had a shot! Superb from Vinicius Junior. He's got himself an absolute peach. And they've got their lead back. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
And you can see he meant...
Terrific effort! They want to be quick to recover this. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Trossard. Now it's Raul. Oh, perfectly measured that. He is... It's Ronaldinho! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Ronaldinho is offering a wry smile there.
And now a sudden good chance here. Rui Costa. Vinicius Junior. It's a pretty loose pass. Henderson. Out of play for a throw. Ball in towards the middle.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. O'Reilly. This is a promising build-up. And the referee has blown for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. The second period is on the way. Threads one in. Zanetti, he's found a way through. Oh, he's given... And the shot! Oh, good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
And now he has two. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Knocks it into space. Zabani spots it and intercepts. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Carvajal does really well to win the ball there. Can he get it through? And this is Rui Costa. He's shifting through the gears. Towering header! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Senhoras e senhores, temos o prazer de informar que os programas da partida de hoje estão disponíveis nos balcões ao lado dos portões.
Clique maninho, vamos. Obrigado por apoiar o canal.